When a woman is truly into you, she doesn't always say it out loud. Her actions scream it louder than her words ever could. There are little signs, tiny habits, and hidden behaviors that reveal just how much she craves you. Sometimes it's the way she lingers when she touches you. Other times it's how her eyes lock onto yours, like you're the only man in the room. Obsession doesn't always look dramatic. It often hides in the smallest details you overlook. She may laugh harder at your jokes, find excuses to be near you, or mirror your body language without even realizing it. These subtle signals are her subconscious telling on her deepest desires. And the truth is, most men miss them completely, leaving them blind to a woman's true attraction. But once you know what to look for, you'll see her obsession written all over her behavior. This isn't just attraction. It's desire at its peak, and it can't be faked. So let's dive into the 10 subtle behaviors that prove she's not just interested, she's sexually obsessed with you. 1. Her eyes betray her desire. A woman can try to play it cool, act unbothered, or even pretend like she's not interested, but her eyes will always betray her. When she's sexually obsessed with you, her gaze becomes magnetic. It's not the casual glance she gives to a friend or the polite look she'd give to anyone else. It's deep, focused, and charged with an intensity that you can literally feel. She'll scan your face when you're not looking, trace your lips when you talk, or hold your stare just a few seconds longer than normal. That pause, that hesitation, it's her subconscious telling you that she wants more. Notice how her pupils might dilate when you're near, or how her eyes soften when you lean in. Science has proven that attraction causes these micro-reactions, and she can't control them no matter how hard she tries. If you catch her stealing glances at you across the room, or if she keeps locking eyes and then quickly looking away with a smirk, that's not coincidence. That's obsession in disguise. Her eyes are acting as a window into her desire, revealing emotions she hasn't dared to say out loud. Even in conversation, her focus gives her away. While others might get distracted or check their phones, she's locked onto you. Every word you say seems to matter to her, and you'll feel that her attention is undivided. She's not just hearing you, she's consuming you with her eyes. And here's the real giveaway. She doesn't just look at you when you're talking, she studies you when you're silent. Maybe it's the way she stares when you're sipping a drink, adjusting your shirt, or just sitting in silence. That's not casual admiration. That's a craving for every detail about you. Think about it. When a woman is sexually obsessed, her eyes don't just see you, they devour you. That's why you'll notice her gaze drifting toward your chest, your hands, or even lower, before quickly snapping back to your face with a guilty little smile. She may try to hide it, but once you recognize it, you'll see it's undeniable. Her eyes are telling you she wants you, badly. And if you're paying attention, you'll realize that her desire has already given her away. 2. She finds excuses to touch you. When a woman is sexually obsessed with you, her body will crave contact, and she'll find every possible excuse to bridge the gap between you and her. Touch becomes her secret language, a way to communicate her attraction without putting it into words. It won't always be obvious. In fact, it's often disguised as something casual or innocent. Maybe she brushes lint off your shirt, playfully nudges you when you joke, or lets her hand linger a little too long when passing you something. Each touch may seem small, but together they paint a much bigger picture. She's drawn to you in a way she can't hide. Pay attention to how often she initiates these touches. If she's constantly leaning into you, adjusting your collar, or letting her hand graze your arm during conversation, it's not just friendliness. It's her obsession slipping out through her actions. Even in a crowded room, she'll find ways to close the distance. Maybe she'll stand just close enough for your shoulders to brush, or she'll accidentally bump into you when walking by. These aren't accidents. Their deliberate moves, subtle attempts to feel you without making it too obvious. There's also a certain energy in the way she touches you. It's not the same as when she high-fives a friend or pats someone on the back. Her touches carry softness, warmth, and intention. She might trail her fingers across your hand as she gives something back, or press against you slightly longer than necessary when leaning in to whisper. The key is the lingering, the extra second that transforms a casual touch into a signal of desire. That's the difference between simple friendliness and sexual obsession. What's even more telling is her reaction after she touches you. If she smiles, bites her lip, or looks down shyly, she knows she's crossed into intimate territory, and it excites her. Sometimes she'll even test your reaction, seeing if you pull away or lean in closer. For her, these moments of contact aren't just about touch. They're about connection. It's her way of feeding her craving for you, even if she doesn't say a single word. So, when you notice her touch frequency increasing, when every interaction seems to involve her finding reasons to make contact, understand this. It's not random. Her body is betraying her mind, revealing the depth of her obsession, and once you start paying attention, you'll realize her touch says more than her words ever could. 3. She mirrors your movements. One of the clearest signs that a woman is sexually obsessed with you is hidden in something so subtle most men miss it completely. She mirrors your body language. This isn't a conscious act. It's her subconscious showing alignment with you, reflecting your actions because she's so tuned into your presence. Think about it. When you lean forward, she leans forward. When you fold your arms, she eventually does the same. If you take a sip of your drink, she follows right after. It's not coincidence, it's psychology. Mirroring is one of the most powerful signs of attraction, and when it happens consistently, it's a signal that she's deeply connected to you on a sexual and emotional level. Why does this happen? Because obsession makes her body attuned to yours. Her brain is wired to build rapport and closeness with you, so without realizing it, she starts to copy your gestures, your tone, even your pace of breathing. It's her way of saying, "I'm in sync with you," without uttering a single word. This kind of subconscious mimicry is one of the strongest clues that she's not just interested. It's a pull she can't resist. Pay close attention in conversations. If you're sitting with her and you lean back casually, and within seconds she does the same, it's not an accident. If you cross your legs and she subtly does too, it's her body aligning with yours. Even little things like smiling when you smile, tilting her head the same way you do, or matching the rhythm of your movements. These are cues that she's locked onto you. And the stronger her obsession, the stronger her mirroring becomes. It doesn't stop at body language either. She may begin adopting your phrases, your slang, or even your sense of humor. Have you ever noticed someone picking up your catchphrases or laughing in the exact same rhythm as you? That's another layer of mirroring, and it's a dead giveaway that you're living rent-free in her mind. When a woman is sexually obsessed, she doesn't just want to be near you. She wants to be in tune with you, almost like her identity starts blending with your energy. So, the next time you're wondering if her attraction runs deeper than casual interest, observe carefully. If she's unconsciously mirroring your movements, gestures, and expressions, she's not just being polite. She's showing you that her body and mind are synced with yours, revealing her obsession in the most natural way possible. 4. She prioritizes your attention over everyone else. When a woman is sexually obsessed with you, the rest of the world fades into the background. No matter who else is around, she wants your eyes on her, your approval, and your attention. It's not always something she announces out loud, but you'll notice it in her behavior. If you're in a group, she positions herself close to you. If someone else is talking, she sneaks glances to check if you're laughing or reacting. Even when others are competing for her time, her focus keeps drifting back to you like a magnet. That's obsession. It's the need to feel noticed by you above all else. Watch how she behaves in social settings. If you're at a party or hanging out with friends, does she laugh harder at your jokes than anyone else's? Does she steer conversations in your direction just to pull you back into her orbit? These are not accidents. They're subtle strategies to secure your attention, because to her, your opinion matters more than the rest combined. Even in a crowded room, she'll make you feel like you're the only person that exists. And that's one of the strongest indicators of sexual fixation. Another clear giveaway is how she reacts when she doesn't get your attention. If you're distracted, she might suddenly get louder, tell a story, or even create playful drama just to pull your eyes back on her. It's not about arrogance, it's about desire. She needs reassurance that she's the center of your focus, because deep down, she's craving that connection with you more than anything else. If you talk to other women, she might subtly reposition herself, insert herself into the conversation, or show signs of jealousy, even if she tries to hide it behind a smile. Her prioritization also shows up in the little things. Maybe she cancels plans with others to see you. Maybe she replies to your texts faster than anyone else's. Maybe she remembers small details about you that even your close friends forget. All of this stems from one truth. You hold a special place in her mind, and she can't afford to lose your attention. So, when you realize she's constantly angling for your focus, whether it's through her laughter, her positioning, or her subtle bids for validation, know this: it's not just casual interest, it's obsession. And it means you've already become the man she prioritizes above everyone else. 5. She remembers every little detail about you. When a woman is sexually obsessed with you, her memory suddenly becomes razor sharp when it comes to you. Things you barely remember saying become etched in her mind like they were carved in stone. You might casually mention your favorite coffee order, a random childhood story, or the fact that you've got an important meeting next week. And boom, she'll bring it up later as if it's the most important detail in the world. This isn't coincidence. It's her obsession working overtime, storing every bit of information about you, because in her mind, nothing about you is insignificant. Most men don't realize how powerful this is. Think about it. People naturally forget the little things about strangers or acquaintances. But when someone remembers even your smallest habits, it's because you occupy a unique space in their thoughts. With her, it goes beyond politeness. If she's obsessed, she'll know how you like your food, the way you take your coffee, what songs you listen to when you're stressed, and even the exact words you use when telling a story. It's as if she's building a mental catalogue of you. Her obsession shows up in the way she uses these details too. Maybe she surprises you with your favorite snack without you asking. Maybe she references an old conversation just to show she was paying attention. Or maybe she teases you about something small you said weeks ago that you had completely forgotten. That's not surface-level attraction. That's a woman who's deeply tuned into you, to the point where she's almost studying you like her favorite subject. The most telling part? She doesn't just remember facts. She remembers feelings. She'll recall how you looked when you were happy, the tone of your voice when you were stressed, or the way you reacted when something excited you. That's why she can sense when something's off with you before anyone else does. Her mind has mapped your emotional world because she cares enough to track every little shift. So, if you find yourself surprised by how much she knows about you, or how often she references things you barely remember mentioning, don't underestimate it. This isn't just about having a good memory. It's about focus. She's tuned into you so intensely that forgetting isn't even an option. That level of attention isn't casual. It's obsession disguised as thoughtfulness, and it reveals just how deeply you live in her mind. 6. She gets jealous over the smallest things. One of the strongest signs that a woman is sexually obsessed with you is how easily jealousy creeps into her behavior. Even when you're not doing anything wrong, even when you're just being yourself, She notices every little interaction you have with other women, and it bothers her more than she wants to admit. It doesn't have to be something extreme like flirting or long conversations. Sometimes it's as simple as you smiling at a female coworker, mentioning another girl in passing, or even scrolling through your phone a little too long. If she's obsessed, her radar for competition is always on high alert, and her emotions spill out in subtle ways. Watch her body language closely when another woman enters the picture. Her posture might stiffen, her smile might fade, or she might suddenly become extra affectionate toward you, like touching your arm or standing closer, just to re-establish her place. She may not say it outright, but her actions are screaming, "He's mine." That instinctive need to mark her territory is one of the clearest signs that her desire for you has gone beyond normal interest. Sometimes, jealousy reveals itself in playful ways. She might make light-hearted jokes about your other girlfriends, or tease you about being too friendly with someone else. But underneath the humor is a real emotional charge. She's not just joking. She's fishing for reassurance. Other times, it shows up in subtle interrogation. She might casually ask, "So, who was that you were talking to?" Or, "Do you text her often?" These little questions are her way of checking her position in your world, because deep down, she fears losing your attention to someone else. The most telling clue, however, is how quickly her mood shifts when she senses another woman could be a threat. One minute she's laughing and playful, the next she's quiet and withdrawn. That swing isn't random. It's fueled by the thought of you giving your attention to someone else. And even if she tries to hide it, her obsession makes it nearly impossible for her to mask those feelings. So, if you notice that she reacts strongly, even to small, harmless interactions you have with other women, take it as a sign. That jealousy isn't about control, it's about passion. It's about her being so consumed with you that the idea of sharing your attention feels unbearable. That level of emotional intensity doesn't come from casual attraction, it comes from obsession. 7. She craves constant communication. When a woman is sexually obsessed with you, silence feels unbearable to her. She craves your attention, your words, your energy, and that craving shows up in how much she wants to communicate with you. It's not just about the occasional, "How are you?" or casual check-ins. No, when she's hooked, she'll find reasons to keep the conversation alive, whether it's through texts, calls, or even sending random memes just to get your attention. To her, every little exchange is a hit of dopamine, and the more she gets, the more she wants. Notice how she reaches out first, sometimes even multiple times a day. She may disguise it under something casual like, "Did you eat?" or "This reminded me of you." But the truth is simple. She just wants a response from you. Her obsession makes her restless if she hasn't heard from you in a while. That's why you'll often see double texts, playful nudges like, "Guess you're busy," or sudden calls out of nowhere. She can't help it. Staying connected to you feels like a necessity. Her communication style also reveals her level of fixation. She replies to your texts faster than anyone else. She remembers details from old conversations and brings them up again to show she was listening. She tries to keep the dialogue going even when the topic has run its course, tossing in new questions or stories just to make sure the connection doesn't end. And when she senses you pulling away or responding less, she'll adjust her approach, maybe sending something funny, flirty, or emotional to reel you back in. But here's the deeper layer. It's not just about words, it's about reassurance. Every ping, every call, every "What are you doing?" is her way of making sure she still has your attention. Her obsession makes her crave constant validation that you're thinking about her too. If she knows you're online but not replying, she might overthink it, wondering if your attention is on someone else. That anxiety isn't random. It's fueled by desire so intense that she feels unsettled without your presence. So, when you realize she's always eager to talk, always quick to respond, and always finding new excuses to reach out, Understand what it means. This isn't casual interest. This is her addiction to your energy, her need to stay connected, her obsession playing out in real time through communication. To her, silence feels like distance, and distance is the one thing she can't handle when it comes to you. 8. She dresses to impress you. Specifically, when a woman is sexually obsessed with you, the way she presents herself changes, not for the world, but for you. Sure, she may say she's just dressing for herself, but if you look closely, you'll notice her appearance upgrades whenever she knows she's going to see you. Suddenly, her outfits become more flattering. Her hair is done with extra care, and even the smallest details, like her perfume or the gloss on her lips, are carefully chosen. This isn't coincidence. It's a subconscious strategy to draw your eyes to her and keep them there. Think about it. She might show up in casual settings looking unexpectedly polished, or wear colors and styles she knows you've complimented before. If you once mentioned she looked amazing in red, don't be surprised if you start seeing her in red more often around you. If you offhandedly admired her hair a certain way, she'll just happen to style it like that the next time you meet. These are deliberate signals meant to spark your attraction and feed her desire for your attention. It's not only about clothes, it's about timing. Notice how she adjusts her appearance when you're around. Maybe she reapplies lipstick when you're nearby, smooths down her hair as you approach, or straightens her posture when you enter the room. These micro adjustments are subconscious ways of saying, I want to look my absolute best in front of him. Even something as small as choosing jewelry, a certain fragrance, or wearing heels when she doesn't normally wear them can be a sign that she's prioritizing your gaze over everyone else's. What's more revealing is her awareness of your reaction. If you compliment her outfit or notice her perfume, she lights up more than usual. That boost she gets from your acknowledgement shows that her effort wasn't random. It was meant for you all along. And when she doesn't get your immediate reaction, she might even draw attention to it with playful remarks like, "You didn't notice my dress today?" That little demand for recognition is obsession speaking. So, if you see her consistently elevating her style, making subtle changes based on your preferences, and craving your validation when she puts in the effort, take note. She's not just trying to look good, she's trying to look irresistible to you. That's the difference between casual attraction and sexual obsession. One is general, the other is laser-focused. And when her style revolves around you, you'll know which one you're dealing with. 9. She creates opportunities to be alone with you. When a woman is sexually obsessed with you, she doesn't just wait around hoping for moments of intimacy, she creates them. Her actions are subtle but intentional, all designed to get you away from the crowd and into a space where it's just the two of you. She knows that privacy amplifies connection, and if her desire is strong enough, she'll engineer those opportunities like it's second nature. Pay attention to how often she tries to separate you from the group. Maybe you're with friends, and she suddenly asks you to help her grab something from the kitchen. Maybe she suggests a walk, offers to show you something in another room, or lingers when everyone else has left. These aren't coincidences. They're carefully timed maneuvers to put herself in your orbit without distractions. She wants to feel your energy fully, without the noise of others getting in the way. Sometimes she'll disguise it as something practical. "Can you help me with this?" Or, "Come here, I need to show you something real quick." On the surface, it looks casual, but underneath, it's her obsession finding excuses to keep you close. And once you're alone, her body language changes. She relaxes, she leans in more, and she may even lower her voice, creating an intimate bubble that feels different from how she acts in public. That shift is her true self surfacing, the side that only you get to see. It's not just about physical closeness. It's about emotional privacy, too. She might start late-night conversations when she knows no one else will interrupt, or call you at odd hours just to hear your voice when the world is quiet. That's because obsession makes her crave intimacy at a deeper level. She doesn't just want to be with you, she wants to feel like she has a part of you that no one else does. The most telling part is how persistent these opportunities become. It's not once or twice, it's consistent. Over time, you'll notice that she always finds a way to draw you into her personal space, whether it's sitting a little apart from the group or keeping you in conversation long after everyone else has gone. So, when you see her creating these private pockets of time, understand what it means. She's not just being friendly, she's staking her claim. Her obsession pushes her to carve out a world where it's just you and her, because in those moments, she gets exactly what she craves: undivided access to you. 10. She can't stop talking about you. When a woman is sexually obsessed with you, your name slips into her conversations more often than she realizes. She finds ways to bring you up, even when the topic has nothing to do with you. To her friends, to her co-workers, even in casual chatter, somehow you always come up. That's because you're not just someone she likes, you're someone she can't get off her mind. Obsession leaks through speech, and in her case, it's the way she constantly threads you into her world. Pay attention to how often she references things you've said. Maybe she quotes your jokes, retells your stories, or repeats your opinions as if they're her own. These little echoes of your words show how deeply you've embedded yourself into her thought process. It's not just admiration, it's fixation. When she repeats you, she's reliving the moment she heard you say it, keeping you alive in her mind long after you've left. Her obsession also reveals itself in how much she shares about you with others. Friends might mention, "She talks about you all the time," or tease her for dropping your name constantly. That's because when a woman is obsessed, she can't contain her excitement. She wants the people around her to know about you, to hear how amazing you are, and sometimes she's even seeking validation from them, hoping they'll confirm that you're as special as she believes. Even when you're not there, she still keeps you present. She'll compare things back to you. "Oh, that's just like what he said," or "he does that too." These constant references are her way of staying connected to you, almost like she's weaving you into every part of her life. And when you are around, she drops hints that make it clear she's been thinking about you. "This reminded me of you," or "I told my friend what you did yesterday." The truth is simple. If you're always part of her conversations, you're always part of her thoughts. That constant loop is obsession at work. She can't separate her daily experiences from you because in her mind, everything circles back to the man she desires. And once you realize how often she speaks your name, you'll see the truth. She's not just attracted, she's consumed. When a woman is sexually obsessed with you, she won't always come out and say it directly, but her behavior will reveal it louder than any confession ever could. From the way her eyes linger on you, to the subtle touches she accidentally finds reasons for, to her constant need for your attention, her obsession seeps into every detail of how she interacts with you. She mirrors your movements because she's in sync with your energy. She remembers every little thing you say because you're living in her head rent-free. She gets jealous over the smallest things because the thought of losing your attention feels unbearable. She dresses to impress you, creates private moments with you, and talks about you so much that others can't help but notice. These aren't random actions, they're patterns of desire, proof that you've captured her on a level far deeper than casual attraction. The key is awareness. Most men miss these signs and assume her actions are just friendliness or coincidence. But once you learn to spot them, you'll see the truth. Her obsession has already given her away. And when you recognize it, you're no longer guessing how she feels, you know? That's the power of understanding the subtle signals. Because obsession can't be hidden forever. It always finds a way to show itself.